Hello, Leah here with Leah Borski Wellness. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and say hi in the comments if you're joining me live or on the replay. Uh, and thank you for being here. I wanted to jump on quickly today and talk about really a debilitating mistake that most ambitious women make. I have made it myself multiple times over the years. And finally, over the last couple of years, have learned and mastered flipping that around and really letting go of those old patterns that tend to keep us stuck in a place where we do not function at our highest capacity and being our best. So, for those of you who don't know, some of you know last summer my family and I moved from New York City to St. Louis. My husband is active duty in the Coast Guard, and we moved quite a lot. But it's still a very stressful process every time because we're relocating to a new place. We don't know anybody, normally when we get there. And the whole process of packing up your whole life and all of your belongings and orchestrating that whole thing and getting everything where it needs to be and getting yourself where you need to be can be very stressful in and of itself. And we all go through these times. Maybe it's not moving, but it's other, big life changes that happens for all of us, right? And we tend to, if we know that it's coming, right? Like with a big move, we knew that was coming. Still is stressful, but we knew it was coming, and it was, we could prepare for it. We could, schedule things out and set things in motion and organize things so that it could be as smooth as possible, right? And what happened last year was we were right in the middle of packing up our house and getting things ready to go and setting up the movers and scheduling our walk through inspection on moving out, all this kind of stuff, right? That goes along with that. And randomly one day in the middle of packing, I stepped outside to talk to my neighbor friend, and I stepped in a hole and I ended up spraining my ankle pretty severely. And trying to organize getting healthcare to take care of that before we left within such a short time frame in New York City was like impossible. So that added a brand new layer of stress for all of us. And it's kind of funny because I noticed, especially as I look back on like my memories from that time frame last year, I, for the first time ever during this move, was very intentional about taking time for myself, taking time to eat well still, taking time to exercise still. Hi, Casey. Making sure that I was taking breaks, making sure that I was taking time to relax, because it's so, so important for us, in order for us to really function at our best, and especially during a super stressful time, right? Our first tendency is to let all that shit go, right? Like, we're like, I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to sit down. I don't have time to even think about doing anything except for the 50,000 things that I need to do right now that are on my to-do list, right? So that was always me in the past. Even though I had healthy habits, they still kind of like went out the window when there was a big life event happening because it felt like too much. It felt like too much to take care of, right? So last year, I said, I'm done with this. I'm finished. I'm not going to sacrifice my wellness. I'm not going to neglect myself because I know how that goes, right? I get super grumpy. Everyone else is grumpy because we're going through this super stressful thing, and we all just kind of like start feeding off of each other, right? And it makes it really hard to get through that experience like in a positive way, right? So everybody starts bickering and things get really heated sometimes, and it's not pleasant, you know. And some of our moves, some of our relocations have been, you know, a week or more on the road doing this. So it's not like it's just a couple of days or down the street or anything like that. It's a long process. And so this last time I decided I'm not going to do it that way anymore. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to make sure that I am taking care of myself the best so that I can be the best. And then I had this accident, and it like threw everything out of whack. Like all our plans had to change. We had to end up staying in New York a week longer than we had scheduled for. So we had to reschedule everything that had already been set up. It was kind of insane. And I can honestly 100% say without a doubt that if I had not already been of this mindset that I'm going to still make myself a priority, even though all this other stuff is going on, the effects of my accident would have been so much more severe. I mean, yes, I was in pain and I was unable to help a lot because I couldn't walk on my foot. And it made things really extra difficult for my husband. But emotionally and mentally, I was, you know, like 99%. I was more calm. I was more able to diffuse some of those arguments that I could see coming up, or stressful, you know, scenarios in the family where I was like, okay, I see, like there's shit's about to hit the fan, and I was able, because from that place, to be able to kind of mellow that out, be there for everybody else, support my kids. They were freaked out. Their mom is hurt and we're moving, and that just the moving part is so stressful and hard for them, you know. And so honestly, like the ability for me to come from that place of just, okay, I am still taking care of myself, and I felt nurtured enough for myself that I didn't need a lot of extra from my husband. So he was free to use that energy to take care of the to-do stuff, right? And I was able to take care of myself and take care of the kids and nurture the kids while that was going on. The reason that I'm sharing this with you is because life has a funny way of throwing crap at us when we're least expecting it, right? It happens all the time. And just when you think, okay, I'm in a routine and I'm ready to go and everything's perfect and I can sit back and relax, bam, something comes up, right? And it kind of knocks you back off your feet. So all this to say, it's so important to have these habits in place, these self-care habits in place, so that when that stuff does happen, it's easier to manage everything. It's easier to feel calm, feel energized, feel in control, empowered, able to take all this stuff that gets thrown at us without it like completely throwing us off track and freaking out and, you know, relying on junk food and having to rebound from that in a couple weeks or a couple months or whenever the aftermath of this, you know, crazy stressful event is over with. It's so much easier if we are kind of on this constant level, right? We're consistent. And so all those ups and downs of life can't affect us so harshly, can't throw us off so far when we've established our habits first. And so I want you to know, in case you missed it yesterday, I have a mentorship group. It is called Simple Habits for Success, and that's exactly what we do in there, is really focus on every day showing up for ourselves in some way. It's very nutrition and wellness and fitness and stress relief, all these kind of practices that all together combine to help us really be our best, healthiest, most empowered selves. And it's so important when we're working towards success in our business. You know, we can't let life's huge things throw us off so far that we can't come back and deal with that too, right? So I have this mentorship group. I would love for you to join me. It's for women only, and I have a special birthday offer because yesterday was my birthday, 8/8, and that's my favorite number. So I decided to go ahead and for just from now through Sunday, I'm offering a 3-month membership for $88. The next time that I offer this after Sunday, it will be a 6-month package for $333. So if you have been thinking about needing to get dialed in with healthy habits, needing to take more time for yourself, you're not really sure how to do it, you're not really clear on how to stay consistent with it, that's what this group is for. I will go ahead and post the link for that for you in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. If you've ever had a similar experience where you know, you're already like in a stressful situation and then something like crazy happens on top of it, and how did that feel for you, and how did you cope with that? I would love to hear about it. You can just add that in the comments or message me and let me know also. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Bye.